don't believe it.
Planet Nexus now lies before us.
We're approaching the Elven facility. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this?
Our work on this planet is something greater. It is something truly divine.
We shall reveal the ancient secrets of the Nexus.
Ever get a feeling something's seriously wrong?
This is not good. Not good at all. By the gods, you are beautiful.
I will show you what true power is.
Soon all will become clear.
Hello and welcome to the Nexus Report. We are back, we are live, and we are looking damn good, might I say.
Man.
We're looking damn good. We've got some new equipment in here, and man, you can see every one of my follicles.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we're HD now, so you can see when I don't shave.
That's right. We don't even have headsets anymore.
No, dude,
Look at us.
no need.
We just took a big step into 2008.
Yeah. Check it out. Also, we can do things like star wipes. So let's go to the other camera and do a star wipe. You ready? You're welcome. We did that with technology, so it's pretty cool. We've been working.
I can't believe we went 30 seconds and used a star wipe.
Dude, we have to show how advanced this technology is.
We got some new toys, and immediately we're like, oh, we got star wipes now.
We just got to show that off.
I missed you, man. You were at E3 last week.
Did you, though? Because I heard last week that you guys were doing a Frost impersonation of. Did I hear that? Loads of people on Twitter were like, Tony's being a real asshole right now, trying to impersonate you. Like,
I may or may not have done a Frost impression, and Kay Wynn was here too.
Yeah.
Bless her heart, she just jumped in because she had little to no time to prepare, and jumped in, and she actually nailed her Frost impression.
Really?
Yeah, she just screamed metal and killed everybody's ears and speakers. Pretty much what you do on a weekly basis.
I scream metal and I kill the speakers.
Hey, so you know what?
Yes. Also, to point out, like I do, there's a thing on here.
These are our show notes.
Show notes. It says banter. I hate you, Frost.
Hey, I don't know who typed these things. That's rude.
I hate you, Frost.
You know what? We're gonna get the copywriter for this show and we're gonna talk to him.
We should talk to him.
Yeah,
Tony.
Because I have no idea who wrote that. So, speaking of show notes, let's go to them. We've got some awesome stuff for you guys today. We've got some WildStar updates, a lot of updates today. And we've got in the building, we're going to be talking with lead econ designer Noah Toole and systems designer Philip Chan about Tradeskills and crafting.
Yeah, dude.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people asking for this.
There's been a ton of people. Onrez been hitting me up. Sarkan's been hitting me up. Like, all these people that absolutely love crafting have been letting me know on Twitter, hounding me, maybe even to a degree.
Yeah, that's fair.
Letting me know that we have not done one. So we're doing one today. This is a fan-requested thing, so we're going to do it. By golly.
By golly, the devs are listening, and this is what happens. There's like a floaty thing in front of my face, and with this new HD camera, you can see it. We've also got, fan favorites. We've got fan art. We're going to be showing some new art today. We're showing 5. That's how much damn art we have. 5 art pieces today. Yeah, making it rain.
Fan art.
Okay, that didn't work out. No. We've also got another epic moment and an impression off. Yes.
What's it going to be this week?
You know what? We did not choose, so instead, we're going to let you choose. You go ahead and tweet us at Tony Ray and at Stephen Frost. We want to know, which impression do you want to see us do at the end of the show? I will tally. I'm going to count every tweet we get.
Right.
I am not going to do that. I'm going to look at an overall theme. And
we'll look at Twitch chat, probably.
I'm going to browse tweet us, hit us up in Twitch chat. Let us know which impression you want to see today. And we're both, well, I'm going to try and probably fail at it. And Frost is going to be amazing at it, like every week. So let's get right into some WildStar updates, shall we?
Right.
This last week, we introduced paid realm transfers for the first time. That started last Thursday, I believe. And you can now transfer realms. If you don't like the realm you're in, if you've made enemies there already, if you don't like your friends there, or if it's a little too busy for you, you can hop out and pay us a small fee of $19.99, and you can go to any realm that you'd like. How about that?
How about that?
How about that for
Yeah.
some in real life monies? You get a transfer. We've also been receiving some reports of compromised accounts. That has to do all of them have to do with email, with your own personal email, and that is linking into your WildStar account. So what you need to do is sign up for that two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
That really is a huge security measure that we implemented. That we want you to do, because it is like really a safe way to do it. I know it can be a pain in the butt, I get it, but it really is safe.
Well worth it. Yeah, you don't want your account hacked, so yeah, do that two-factor auth. It's really going to help out.
Yeah. And you get a 2% bonus XP when you do it.
Not bad.
So you know it's kind of, you win both ways. You get it safe, and you get some more XP when you play.
Yeah.
We had a lot of hot fixes going into this weekend. We had some big problems on Friday. We actually had to shut down the European servers. And so we've had a lot of hot fixes to address all of those issues throughout the weekend. We actually hot fixed last night. And those fixes were mainly focused on the adventure War of the Wilds.
Wilds.
Yes, War of the
Wilds.
I almost said wind.
Yeah, War of the
But
Winds.
actually, War of the Wilds.
Yeah.
If I just stuck to my show notes instead of trying to improvise it, I would have said Wilds. That has been a big thing. The adventure that a lot of people have been definitely hounding me.
Hey, by the way,
on Twitter,
we understand we're working
get
on
it.
it. Yeah. We are definitely working on that stuff. And a lot of times you'll see, and we've said this on the show numerous times, when you hot fix things in, there's a chance that other things will break. So what we like to do is make changes usually in patches, right? Where you download a newer version, an updated version of the client, so that it's not something that's just like, well, let's put it in this existing code and hopefully it won't break anything. We try to hold off on those as much as we can, but we're also trying to get those fixes in for you as well. So we hear you. We're working on it. Sorry about that, guys. We're on it.
Also, a new thing that came in with a hot fix last night, the reserve guild and player names that have been reserved since launch are now open for the wild. So if they have not been claimed yet, you can try and go get that name that you've been wanting. Or if there was a name that you tried to type in that wasn't available, try it now. It might have just been reserved, and now it's free and open. So get those names in, because those have all been open. Also, we're doing a fan art competition led by our moderators on the forums, and we're going to have a forum post go live later today. It might be going live now during the show. Not sure. I'll check on that. But yeah, that's going to be going live today, and so you guys can fight it out on the forums with fan art. It's going to be pretty awesome. On the show, we're still going to be featuring a bunch of different art. Not really a competition, just a celebration, if you will, of people in the community that have artistic skills. And also got a question for the fan art. To be able to be featured on the Nexus report, send us an email at fanart@wildstaronline.com. Yeah, I think of the email address. fanart@wildstaronline.com. Definitely getting a message from Tyler. Tyler forgot to do the fan art this week. We'll get it pulled somehow. We'll get it pulled. Okay, cool. We'll get it pulled for later in the show.
Let me throw this out there. If you submit submit art that is inappropriate of Frost,
let me tell you what happened.
And Tony's mom, we're not going to feature it.
I'm looking through the email last night, trying to pull fan art for this lovely show, getting fan art from our lovely fans, and boom, I get one where Frost is doing some very, very inappropriate things to my mother, and I don't appreciate it.
It was stick figures, so it wasn't that horrendous. But
they were not detailed.
But you know what? Don't do that. Just submit normal things, people. You know what normal is? Appropriate PG-13.
Please,
you know what I'm saying?
Please do.
Rated,
and just exclude my mother from all of this.
Peggy 12.
Okay? Peggy 12.
Rated
Don't you
T for
draw
teen.
my mother in your fan art. Damn it. She is a beautiful woman. I will not stand for this. Okay, that had to be said. So if you have fan art that you'd like to submit, excluding my mother, please send it to fanart@wildstaronline.com, and we'll be filtering through that. And it can be anything. It can be drawings. It can be sculptures. It can be weapons. Like WildStar. Like if you're crafting a weapon, don't just send us pictures of your guns, because that's real creepy.
Here's my knife collection. I hope you like it.
Oh boy. So another reminder, if you want to see us do an impression at the end of the show, tweet us at Tony Ray and at Stephen Frost. Let us know which one you'd like us to do, and I will pick it. I'm about to head out right now, and after the video break, you'll be joined by, once again, lead econ designer Noah Toole, and systems designer Philip Chan, talking about trade skills and crafting. Very exciting. A lot of people have been asking for this. I'm excited to sit in the back and take some notes, because damn, I'm an awful crafter. I'm so glad I don't have to sit here at this table and pretend like I know a damn thing about crafting, because I don't.
Well, you will today, because we're going to go
Yes.
over it with the dudes who basically architected the systems.
So excited for it. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, Noah and Philip will be right here to answer all of your crafting and trade skill needs. Make sure to submit your questions through Twitch for them, and we'll be pulling questions throughout the show. Thanks, guys. We'll be right back.
WildStar, a deep, sprawling space adventure set on the mysterious planet Nexus. This isn't just another sci-fi MMO with pretty colors. It's a completely new frontier. Know what else? The gameplay is fucking awesome. Plain and simple, WildStar's combat kicks ass. Aim, dodge, sprint, and double jump your way into glorious combat nirvana, where things like position and movement really matter. Gear up, put them in your sights, and explode your enemies. Oh, yeah! But after those epic battles, you'll need a place to kick it. So we've made player housing ridiculous. Customize anything your twisted little brain can imagine, and invite your friends to bask in the sheer majesty of your galacto-fabulous space crib. Take it in. And speaking of customization, it goes way beyond player housing. We let you personalize everything. How you look, how you craft, how you fight, how you adventure, and best of all, how you roll. Think you got the skills to pay the bills? WildStar's battlegrounds and arenas let you take on other players for casual thrills or some serious competition. And in the open world, mark and hunt down your rivals for that sweet, ultra-satisfying gank. Then there's war plots. Epic 40 versus 40 battles with fully customizable death fortresses. And by the way, you can level up entirely through PvP. Maybe you're more into some old school adventuring. We've got you covered. Did you say epic storyline? Yeah, we get that too. 1 second, you'll be exploring a creepy Elden laboratory. And the next, you'll throw on low grab boots and super double jump to an ancient ruin. In adventures, groups make choices and explore multiple paths through the caretaker's sadistically elaborate simulations. Or maybe you're ready for the next level. WildStar's dungeons can take you there, with epic bosses and gameplay mechanics you won't believe. Then there's raids. We turn them up to infinity. Seriously, they'll rip your face off. Hardcore. Can I be honest here? All this stuff is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more, lots more, and we're just getting started. So what are you waiting for? WildStar will be here soon, and it is full of mystery, adventure, and pure, unadulterated awesome sauce. The only thing missing is you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the live stream. I'm Frost. I'm here with Viking Noah, as he's known on Twitter, and P-Chan. So guys, we're going to be talking a lot about crafting today.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what we know.
That is your your jams. So that's what you guys do here. So specifically today, we're going to cut to some live footage. We're going to actually do some crafting here. I also want to go over kind of a larger idea of what crafting is for people that maybe don't know as much. And then I'd like to get some in-depth questions. And if you guys have questions, please submit them through Twitch chat or tweet at Tony or tweet at myself, and we can get some of those questions and hopefully answer for you guys. So, question the first. Sir,
go ahead.
What trade skill do you have? Let's cut to the in-game shot here with Noah's stuff.
Let's see. Well, I got 2 trade skills going on. I've got Outfitter. I'm a medic. And I've got Technologist, because that is in my crosshairs right now in terms of fixing things.
All right.
So that's the deal.
Cool. So let's go over a few things. WildStar has trade skills. We have hobbies.
Yep.
And we have things that are about collecting certain things in the world, gathering.
Gathering, yep.
Right. So let's go over what those mean individually. So, for example, Peachan, can you kind of talk about the difference between a trade skill hobby and gathering?
So let's start with hobbies, since those are the lightest in terms of systems. Hobbies can be taken by anybody. They're some of them are auto-granted to you when you reach a certain level.
Right.
And they don't count against your trade skill maximum, which is currently 2.
Sure.
And these are things that don't really have a lot of progression, but are fun things that will either feedback in your trade skills or just fun things to do on their own.
Right.
And things like cooking will get you buffs that you can use. You can hand them out to your friends. If you find a bum in Ilium, you can give him a meal.
You can give him
a little moxie.
Yeah, give him a little moxie. little fried chicken and moxie.
Right.
So we're actually in Ilium right now, which is the capital city. There's a trade skill area, and there's vendors that you were talking to, Noah.
Yeah.
So you're a technologist.
I am.
What does a technologist do?
Technologist has a few specialties. They can make meta shots. They can make stat potions.
Yeah, let's take a look at this UI for that specifically. So we have what's called a tech tree, and tech trees kind of are a guiding sort of feature that show you exactly kind of where you should be going and what you should be crafting to further progress.
Right.
And there is an XP for trade skills, correct?
Yeah, so the progression in trade skills is actually both vertical and horizontal. And there's XP, which is vertical. You can actually brute force your way through with the base schematics that you get when you reach a level.
So you just grind.
Yeah, you can just grind all the way to the end.
Right.
It's very difficult. We actually recommend that you use the horizontal progression, which is these tech trees. And each of the tech trees has a little box, and the boxes will explain to you a very small task, like make X of these, salvage X of these, go do these quests, whatever. And it'll give you a reward of some type. Some of them are just there for guidance. Not all of them have rewards, but most of them have either a better schematic, that's more optimized. It might be a higher level, give you better options when you're crafting, or you might get talent points, which are the tech boxes that are denoted with a star.
Right. So yeah, you'll notice that Noah has completed actually quite a few of these things, and as you go through and complete more of them, you're going to level up your trade skill, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So we've got our first question here, and I just want to get through this really quick. What is the philosophy behind crafted armors and weapons? Should it be able to replace PvE veteran gear, or is it a stepping stone before adventures?
This is a good question. So the best way I would answer that is Jeff Talon is our itemization guy, and he's got kind of a spectrum of power that gear can have. And so he's like the dad, and we're like the kids that want the keys to the car. We're like, we want to make seriously, man. We want to make crafting gear as good as it can be, and so there's a point at which we say, sorry, we've got to have the veteran stuff be like the best gear there can be. With that said, there is a better level of customization that you can put onto gear, and sorry, I dropped the pen lid. Anyway. One of the other things that that I wanted to talk about also was when you're doing crafting, typically speaking, it's good to pick like 2 or 3 stats that you want to build up. So
yeah, let's show this on the player window, right?
There we go.
So you can see we have different stats for your class type, and usually your class has stats that are better suited for it, right?
Yeah.
So for example, what you were talking about, how does that relate into the medic?
So I'm a medic. I want to get assault power with tech, and I want to crit a lot, and that's moxie for the medic. So when I craft my gear and when I accumulate more gear from killing stuff or whatever, before I salvage it, I want to make sure that it's got some moxie or some tech. And so you can see that I'm gonna go down like my list or I'm gonna go down all the things that I'm wearing. And you can kind of see that I'm stacking the moxie and the tech as much as I can.
Wow, you have 223 moxie?
Yeah, dude, I don't mess around.
See,
and why would I?
I remember talking to Noah about trade skills and crafting and like what you do, and I think your description when I asked you one time was like, dude, I like to put on sunglasses, blast the eagles, and just trade skill. And like you can tell in what he's doing, like that rank is pretty damn good for your level range. I mean, so you can kind of like, if you want to really kind of hone your craft and make weapons that are specifically for your class and beneficial for that, I mean, it's absolutely critical. So there's another thing that we didn't really talk about as much, which is rune crafting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So can you guys describe what runes are and what they do for the player?
Sure. Runes are basically like our, I want to call them sets, but not all of them are sets. They're
Right.
basically like a cross between gems and sets, where each item, when they're created generated by the server, they have a chance to roll on a number of rune slots based on its rarity and its level. And you can place in these slots these runes that have either stat boosting qualities, or later on you can actually form sets with them. So they're all elementally themed. You create them using the rune crafting station out of elemental signs, which you get from salvaging items, and runes, which you get from, I believe, drops and salvaging. So the runes are a little bit more rare than the elemental signs. So, save those.
Right.
Yeah, like there's one, like the armor, I think it's called the armor rune fragment. I think that's like a really, especially for early levels, is like really important.
Clutch.
But I made myself a PvP offense one the other day because I'm primarily level 3 PvP.
Right.
And that thing is like an extra 70 offense or something like that. Something ridiculous.
And that stuff really helps.
Yeah,
when you're
It does.
playing PvP, you can get that crit.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's nice.
So another
It's very nice.
another thing that we talked about was salvaging.
Yeah.
What is salvaging for people that don't know?
Salvaging is something that you can do instead of like selling to vendors. You can convert gear into parts, and so some of the things that can drop for you, or some of the things that you can loot for from things that you salvage, are power cores, materials like leather, and some of the. I'll just say that the better quality something is, the higher chance you have of getting something better.
Right.
At least in terms of power core.
Yeah.
Which you can then use for other crafting materials and things along
Right.
those lines.
Yeah. Something that I think a lot of people do like crafting sessions. Like you get all your goods. You're like, okay, you're like a bear storing up food for the winter, and then you're just gonna camp out and hibernate. And hibernate, so to speak, doing your crafting. And so a lot of times if you're trying to progress through the tech tree, it'll be like, hey, craft 4 of these or craft 2 of these. And then you've got all these things and you're like, okay, what am I going to do with all these things? Should I just vendor them? Well, no, you shouldn't necessarily vendor them. You can just start doing a bunch of salvaging stuff and see what materials you get.
Or you can go to the auction house, pick some stuff up that way if you need the
Yep.
materials that way.
Also good.
Yeah, you can go out into the world. I mean, when I do crafting anything, I like to get drops off of creatures that I'm killing because I like murdering things all the time. So,
Yeah.
that's my jam. We were talking about corpses and how much we love them because they're basically like meat stockings.
Oh, carcasses.
Carcasses,
Yeah.
yes.
So survivalists, when you go around killing stuff, there's like a little Christmas stocking, is what I would call it, for crafting materials, carcasses. And so if you see those, definitely salvage those, and there's usually usually some good stuff in
Bones,
there.
leather.
Yeah, I was going to say
You know.
specifically bones. I know that a lot of people were saying, hey, I can't get enough bone. Where do I get it? Carcasses is a good thing to get that from. And
you heard it here first, by the way.
Meat stockings?
Meat stockings.
Roan, Girok, a lot of the beastie type stuff as opposed to the humanoid type stuff.
Right. So we got another question here. This is from tech support. Could you explain to us the mechanics behind cooking? So yeah, this is a very interesting methodology, and I don't know if you have cooking, so we can just set it up and show it on screen here. But
let's zip over to a crafting station.
Okay.
And
we'll check it out that way.
Yeah. I was
So
gonna say,
coordinate crafting specifically is what cooking is. So can you explain kind of in a very like elevator pitch fashion what is coordinate crafting?
Okay, coordinate crafting is our non-equipment crafting trade skill mini game.
Right.
And it's actually just a Cartesian XY graph where we place targets along the graph, and you have to move your crafting point to these variants in order to get a different result from your base recipe. So on my screen, I actually have this up.
Oh, perfect.
And not cooking, but I do have Technologist, which uses the same mini game.
Right.
But if I were to load a schematic, I don't know if you can see my screen. They can't see my screen.
Let's cut to P-Chan's camera here. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, basically what you try to do is there are points on the coordinate plane that you're going to try to hit eventually, right? So we start that graph. So you can see, although it's a circle, it's quadrants, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. It's an XY.
Right, and so you get little ingredients
right.
That will get you closer to hitting those little points. So P-Chan, why don't you do an example of that if possible? Do you have the
this is the Spirovine Metashot Instant Healing, which is the basic tier 1 healing potion. And if I were to just hit craft right now, it would basically assume that my crafting point is in the center, and I would get the base recipe.
The default recipe.
So I'm going to try to make this Spirovine Metashot Sustained Healing. And I click on it, and it brings up the additives that sort of take me in that direction. And this is a common misconception, so I want to clear this up. The red circle that you see when I hover over an additive is not a valid area. Like if it's not...
It will not go in that exact same middle.
Right.
It can go anywhere within that.
Exactly. It'll go anywhere within that circle. So each of these additives have, you can see that this has a really small random radius.
Right.
So it's very precise, right? But you can see that it doesn't move as far as the other ones.
Sure. So obviously we want that one.
Yeah, because I mean this is.
If you miss that, you're luck. That RNG hates your guts.
I mean, if you get it right on the. If you get it right on the edge, you might miss it, but I mean,
right. So when you click that, you got it. Right.
You get a happy robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Brobot is happy.
Yeah. Check mark, and it shows you exactly which one you got. Make sure that when you're crafting, this is something that you pay attention to, because we've gotten a lot of feedback about, I think I hit it in the circle, or I hit the edge of the circle, but this doesn't light up, or I mean, there are some obviously a couple of bugs that we're dealing with.
Sure.
But this is a very clear case of I hit the target.
Right.
And when I craft it, I'm going to get the alternate.
Boom. You got the alternate thing.
I got the alternate thing.
Perfect.
And so, this is what we want to do on the tech tree if we want to progress that. A lot of these say, hit these sub recipes of this. So once you get that, the tech tree moves on. Boom. You've got your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's one way to do that. Let's answer another question here. Will we at any point have control of what specials we can put on armors and weapon?
Yeah, there's some degree of that we're talking about now, but we're looking into the future. We're looking into I don't know if I
don't say dates. Don't say dates.
In the future.
It's in the future.
In the future, we're thinking about it.
In the future.
That's the best answer I can give you at the moment.
But we're
there are technical hurdles that we have to overcome in order to get some of this stuff. So.
Yeah. We want to try to get it as solid as we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the next question, this is from Memory Dump. In another game, some crafting mats dropped from raids, and you could build raid-level craft items. Would there be something like that in WildStar?
Yeah. Again, it's future planning. Shoot, I'm not sure what we're allowed to talk about.
If you don't know, here's my rule of thumb. If you don't know, just don't say it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so we'll avoid that.
There's that.
Can we say that it's something that we're strongly considering?
Yes, I think that is definitely something.
That's a good answer.
It's a good way to say
We're
it.
strongly considering something like that.
By the way, I love that everybody's just dancing on the crafting station.
You know what? I could
in-game.
make this a lot more entertaining if I went to go see Taylor Livy. Do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
He's kind of a fan favorite from what I hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Let's
this
go see him.
guy who has a VO attached to him where he goes, "Hey, hey,
Oh yeah.
look over here,"
Oh, that guy?
and people seem to love this guy.
I'm
Air
glad.
quotes, air quotes.
Love him.
So
right?
so much so that I put a crafting station
On your house.
right now, and the first thing in my house.
So, yeah, that's actually a very valid point. So Noah, what
ahead.
he's doing right now is going to go to his housing plot in the sky.
Yes.
So if we can switch over to Noah's screen, what we'll see here is that, Noah has set up this plot, and you can come here. I mean, we said it in one of the dev speaks. You could set up your stuff and craft in peace. If you don't want to go to see everybody dancing on the thing, you're like, whatever. I'm going home and I'm crafting home.
Yeah.
So, let's work on some stuff, man. I mean, you have stuff that you need to do.
I do.
This is your
I need
character.
some leather though. I'm gonna go hit the auction house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So again,
I should do that.
We were talking earlier about how we can get these materials, right? So one way to do it is to go to the auction house.
Yeah.
Buy it there.
And part of the reason that I'm using the auction house is because you may have picked up on earlier. I'm doing both outfitter and technologist. Those are both crafting skills. I don't have any harvesting skills, which is pretty tough on the wallet.
Right.
But let's just say I like crafting a lot.
Noah came in.
That's an understatement.
I mean, you can see Noah's cash count. It's not very high.
No.
And the reason for that is he spends a lot of money on crafting.
It all goes to the crafting.
Yeah. So
Do you
meanwhile,
want to talk about gathering a little bit?
yeah, let's talk. So
While he's going to the H?
Yeah.
All right. So there are a few ways to get crafting materials. You can get them from the auction house, as you guys were talking about. You can salvage things, which is another thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to add that the type of item that you salvage will actually have some bearing on what you get.
Sure.
So if you salvage medium armor, you're going to get leather and maybe a little bit of cloth.
Right.
If you're salvaging light armor, you're going to get cloth, and
Right.
if you're salvaging heavy armor, you're going to get ores and stuff like that, ore chunks.
Right.
Ting ting. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that stuff.
So that's one way to get it. Another way to get it is to actually have a gathering trade skill, which is, like mining or relic hunting or survivalist, and go out into the world and find nodes and harvest them. We have a harvest laser that, by the way, is not necessary, but it speeds up
Yeah.
the rate at which you kill nodes.
It's pretty critical IMO, just because I want to get through things faster.
Right.
Just go through stuff as fast as
right.
possible. So actually, on that note, one of the things that you guys saw last week, and maybe we should have saved that epic moment for the week this week, but we had a guy that was on epic moment of the week, and he's like, wouldn't it be cool if I was just gathering stuff and then all of a sudden a mining worm came up out of nowhere? It'd be so awesome. And then he right clicks on it and he's like, and the thing's like, comes out and he's like, oh my God, guys, it happened! Like he was
Like,
flipping
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, dude, it's like we were listening or something. We're like,
Yeah.
boop, you know, it was just random chance that happened. It was absolutely funny to watch. So yeah, what you can do is get a critical hit basically on a mining node.
Yep.
And a giant worm comes out, and you have to beat the crap out of the worm. And what's great is like every time you hit the worm, more materials come off of him.
Yeah.
So you get to just vacuum loot and hit at the same time. And then once you kill him,
Yep.
you can go to a cave
Yeah.
with loads more mining stuff for like, what is it, 2 minutes?
It's 2 minutes. It's a timed event, and it's really exciting. There's a lot of you get a lot of chunks.
Right.
You know?
You're like, yeah, and you just run through, get as much stuff in that 2 minutes as you can.
So you'll find this interesting.
Yeah.
The other day, Chris Thomas, one of our server engineers, was talking about his experience with the mining worm, where he was mining and a worm came out, and he had to fight a guy off.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So was he in PvP? Like,
Yeah, like there was an exile guy that was,
wow,
that was like,
okay.
you know, they were kind of, I don't want to say sparring, but they were like kind of sizing each other up, and then
Yeah.
he was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go mine, and then boom, worm node, and they're like fighting over it, you know, because
That's
it doesn't have
awesome.
any factions. So
Yeah.
I mean, these sorts of things happen. I've also heard stories from other people about like, you know, people basically going in to somebody else's worm, and you know, people getting kind of infuriated about it. But you know, it's part of WildStar, you know, hardcore.
pay attention, hardcore. You know, I think that was something when we were designing these Tradeskills years ago.
Yeah.
We were kind of thinking like, how can we spice things up so it's not
absolutely,
just
yeah.
like, okay, I just clicked my mats and I
Yeah.
did my thing, called it a day. So I mean, that was definitely part of why we wanted to do that.
It was
right?
exciting.
Yeah,
It was fun times.
It was fun, and we also have, even aside from the mining worm, we have those little nodes that kind of run
Yep,
around that
they
you have to
skid
run
around,
after and
yep.
just hit those guys. So, yeah. So let's take another question. This is from Tritherian. I don't know.
Tritherian.
Tritherian. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, you know. Yeah, I know. Tritherian. No big deal. Will the regions of vendor lower in price compared to the silver awards from quests? It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's true. The preference is for people to use the auction house and for people to trade with other players. You may or may not have noticed that. Okay, so if you just look at power cores for a minute, you can buy as many low quality power cores off a vendor as you want, but they're like, depending on the tier, they're kind of expensive, and the power level isn't there. You can go for, I think it's like half the price on the server that I'm on. You can go for half the price and get better quality stuff. So it's better to do a little bit of homework and get stuff off the auction house.
Yeah, check it out that way. So let's ask another question real quick, and then we'll get back into the game here. This is from Ponchahon John? Ponchahon? I don't know.
Ponchahon?
Ponchahon.
Ponchahon.
Whatever, Ponchahon.
Maybe he's Hispanic.
Ponchahon.
Ponchahon.
I don't know. Yeah.
I like it.
How are Lumite power cores acquired?
Yes, this is a glimpse into the future. That is the best answer I can give you. I know that people see them on the commodity exchange, and they get very excited because this is some of the higher end stuff that you can acquire.
Right.
But what you are seeing is a little bit of a glimpse into the future.
Leave it at that. So there you go. So Noah, let's check out your screen here.
All right.
Now, what are we doing here as an outfitter? What are you trying to do?
So check this out. So I'm at level 22. I'm working my way through apprentice. Even though I could do some journeyman stuff, I can't wear any of it. I'm not interested in that yet.
Sure. Yeah.
So there's that. But what I'm doing here is I'm working my way through this achievement, and so I need to craft 4 Pathfinder Lithtech custom knickers. Knickers. Yeah. Anyway, to learn how to make Pathfinder's advanced long coats. So what I'm doing really is I want to be able to make these M2 things. I made myself these loam treads. So you can are those the loam treads? Yeah. You know what? I made myself some loam treads, but I didn't use a really, really good power core. I'm gonna go back and make some blue versions. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I'm working my way through this so I can get some more M2 recipes. So what I'm gonna do is, I forgot this.
Need some power cores and you need some Spiroseed oil. So another point, I saw you doing this earlier while we were answering a question.
Yes.
You were planting some seeds in your garden.
Yeah.
So that's another part of Tradeskills. What does that help? What does that do?
It's really for herbs and produce. It helps my technologists get through the things that they need to get. So let's look real quick at the technologist tree.
Okay.
And so we're gonna jump down there. Gold leaf, yes. So check this out. So this
Almost
this
there,
is
man.
the yeah
Almost
this is
there.
the next achievement that I'm trying to get through. Need to get some apprentice boosts. So you need gold leaf for that. So as far as plants are concerned, there's two categories. There's produce, which is usually used for food, and there's herbs, which technologists uses more commonly. And for each of those plant types, there is a common version and an uncommon version. So in this case, the gold leaf is the uncommon thing. So long story short, whenever I get seeds, I bring them home and I plant them in the garden here, and because I need myself some gold leaf to get through the technologist stuff.
Gotcha. So to plant, how do we do that?
So usually there's a few different holes around here. You can click on them. They're called fertile ground, and I'm gonna plant some crown corn here. That's what I have seeds for.
Gotcha.
And that's it. You just right click it, boom, it plants in the ground.
Plants.
Come back in about a half hour, and
Right, they start growing.
and they're DUN done.
So the fun thing as well, you misspelled done, by the way. That's D-O-N-E. Just want to point that out. One of the things that you can do with this, which is really cool, is let's say that you have some, like you can have a ore area as well on your housing plot, right? Where it's just there's loads of iron ore that comes in. So every day that you log in, it's like, oh wow, more stuff, and you can kind of get that gathering.
It's like Christmas every day. Man.
It is like Christmas every day. What's great too is if let's say you go on vacation for a week or you're busting your hump at work and you can't quite make it on, you can have buddies mine for you, which is pretty cool. And you can kind of go, I'm gonna give them half the loot because they're helping me out with this. And, or you could be like, you can have all the loot, or you could say like, it's all mine. Just do my work for me. You know, whatever you want to do.
Well, it depends on how good the friend is, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, if they're your roommate though, I mean, it's pretty advanced. You made it that far.
Yeah.
That's commitment. So I'm gonna ask this question and hopefully get some answer from you guys. This is from Jackie Bangarang, freaking dope name. What kind of crafting would a PvPer find most useful?
There's a few recipes.
I said freaking, by the way. That was not the F-bomb.
Well, not on me, not on me.
Do it! Ah!
Whoa.
Notice that I was waiting for that, and I stood my ground.
This
okay?
is all new to me.
I understand.
What just happened?
Dude, when you by the way, for reference, for Noah, for example, or anybody else that doesn't know, anytime we curse on this show, somebody from off screen will try to shoot us with a Nerf gun. And so that's exactly what just happened.
Right,
Although
good.
I would argue, I think I said freaking. That's not a bad word.
Okay.
How dare you? Continue. I'm sorry.
No.
What
totally
works out
fine.
best for PvP?
So check this out. So I'm looking at my apprentice outfitter, for example. There is an achievement that wants you to construct conscript issue stuff.
Yeah.
You'll see that one of the ingredients is lesser inspiration of the aggressors. You can get those types of things from war plots, PvP action.
Yep.
Yeah, you can buy them from the was it renowned or prestige?
Yeah,
Prestige.
Prestige. Yeah, the
Prestige?
prestige
Okay.
vendor
Yeah.
sells them.
You get them from Prestige. You can also get them from just playing PvP. The way that we give you rewards is we send you a bag of stuff in your inventory, and you right-click on that and open it up. And sometimes you can get that as in there. Because I get it all the time because I play PvP, and I'm like, oh, dope, use this for later.
So you can see I'm mousing over what would the recipe make, and then you can see that it's got a little PvP rating boost
It's
on
got
there.
a lot of PvP.
Yeah. Well, and this is you see the white text right there. It's not green or blue yet. So that's only going to get better.
Yeah. This is the core recipe. This is before you put anything in. It's kind of the whatever is preset before you start crafting it.
And then you have like the open water slot on the one that you currently have. And so that's what we were talking about earlier with those runecraft stuff. So again, we can make modifications to those things.
So you could make yourself a nice PvP chess piece and put a PvP rune in there, and now you've got kind of
Boom.
even more badass.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tailor made, baby.
So this is from Pixel Unicorn. How do you make sure crafting stays important after new content drops? It's a good question.
It is a good question, and I'm going to go back to JTal. Jeff Talon is our itemization guy, and we meet with him a couple of different times a week, and we do a lot of compare and contrast. That's kind of the simple answer for that.
We're also going to be releasing content for crafting along with content updates and itemization updates. So it's not like everything that's in right now is it until the next, I don't know, expansion or whatever. We're going to keep updating it with new stuff.
Sure.
For crafters. Yep.
Hey, can I throw one more thing out there?
You throw one thing out there, man.
There was a particular topic about technologists that people were wondering about, and that is, now why don't technologists have an expert research tree? That is at the top of my to-do list. I'm working on that as soon as I get back to my desk.
Nice.
And
you're gonna get yelled at, by the way, on Twitter.
Why
don't you do things and stop talking to people?
You know what? It's all good. I mean, this is America, right?
Yeah,
if
it is.
people want the goods, they got to ask for the goods, and I'd prefer that they do that instead of, ask the wrong person.
I agree. So you heard it first. Here, Noah's working on it. Don't worry about it. So actually, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut to a video here for a second because I've got to get Tony back in here, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about things like fan art and that sort of stuff. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, both for coming on the live stream.
Yeah, it's
Hope you had a
awesome
good
to be
time.
here.
Thank you. It was fun. Yeah.
Seemed like Twitch chat seemed to enjoy everything that you guys had to say. So maybe we'll have you guys back again soon. Cool with that?
Very cool. Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Swell. Thank you, gentlemen. In the meantime, check out this video because we're gonna get some more fan art stuff when we get back.
Greetings. I am the Caretaker, a powerful virtual construct created by the Elden to monitor all scientific experiments on the planet Nexus. Excuse my erratic behavior, but it seems that I have developed certain instabilities since the Elden abandoned me here long ago. I am responsible for analyzing the physical and mental weaknesses of sentient organisms, such as yourselves. It is important that I clearly understand the potential of my subjects in order to best determine how to annihilate them! Oh my. Are you ready? Then please, step forward into this virtual adventure in order to begin. Don't be alarmed. The experience will be excruciatingly painful! During your adventure, your group will be subjected to a variety of climates, environments, and situations, all chosen specifically to end your pathetic existence! Success will require more than skill in combat. During your experience, you and your companions will be expected to make critical decisions that require both intelligence and intuition. Choose well and be rewarded. Choose poorly and be destroyed! Every choice leads to a new eventuality, and every eventuality a new choice. And remember, this virtual world is my twisted domain! I make the rules and I determine the severity of your punishment! And the best part? You can experience them over and 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 over again. Thank you for participating in this experiment. I have learned a great deal, and I am certain that we will meet again very soon.
Hello, and welcome back. Man, it felt like so long since I've been back here. The fans missed me. They were chanting my name, calling for me to return.
It didn't. Not at any point did that happen.
That did not happen.
That did not happen.
No. That was really interesting. I actually, dare I say, learned something.
Oh man.
Whew.
Heaven forbid.
I know.
Yeah.
You learn something every day. Today was a whole lot of crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have got some fan art, and then we're gonna have an epic moment of the week.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have an impression off. Now we got some impressions. We didn't get a whole lot of multiple people
Guys,
requesting the same thing.
Here's the thing. I want good impressions. You know what I mean? Like things are. If you go like, oh my Kermit the Frog, dude, everybody does Kermit the Frog.
But not everyone does it well. Not everyone does it well. I've heard some really bad Kermit the Frogs in my day.
Just saying. Yeah. Just
Tyler, CRB Non back there tried to. Everyone could do Kermit the Frog. CRB Non tried. Awful, actually. Awful.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay.
Come up with some good ones, guys. Come on.
So today we're going to be doing Kermit the Frog.
Are we? Or do we say Sean Connery?
Sean Connery. Let's do both. Let's do both. Let's just knock out both of these crappy impressions.
Yes.
I know.
I'm flipping tables, guys.
I know.
Flipping tables.
Relax. Okay, so let's get to some fan art because that's always fun. Today, let me tell you, I went way back into the fan art email because I realized that there were some that had never even been checked or opened, and I was like, what the H?
Yeah.
See how I did that?
Maybe you should do your job.
Listen, these were way before my time.
Sure.
I'm pulling from like January, February. I started in March. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's fine.
How dare you?
Yeah, all right. What do we got?
Okay, so first up, we have got Marie Du Roselle. Ooh, yeah, see that?
It's like a Norman Rockwell.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But WildStar.
I could see that.
A little bit.
I love it. It's like a Western. She's like you know, a lady of the night. He's a bar patron. He's like, hey lady.
This is a stupid story that you're spinning right now, but
I've been traveling a dusty road for quite some time, and I'm here for some southern comfort.
Get out of here. Let's look at the next one for the love of God.
Okay, that's fair.
That was
Next up is from Luke Kaut.
Wow.
How badass is this?
Awesome.
Here's a little ditty for you, Luke Kaut. Thank you so much for giving me my brand new desktop wallpaper.
Yeah, no
because
joke.
Damn, that's sick.
That looks awesome.
Dude, that looks badass.
Yeah, and it's perfect for my desktop because on the edges it's dark, so my file folders I can read them. Because that's like one thing that.
Thank you for making an efficient desktop background, not an awesome piece of art, is what Tony's saying. I'm saying thank you for making rad art. So appreciate that. What's the next piece we got?
Next piece is from Dahab. This freaking 3D printed the faction designs. Awesome.
Sweet.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Hang that up on the wall?
Gee, I don't know. I think they're small. I think they're more for like.
Make a pin?
Yeah, like
Maybe?
a pin.
A lapel?
Okay.
Put it on the shirt.
You could
put it on
just
my blouse.
Stop. You don't. Do you have a blouse?
I don't have a blouse.
That's weird. Okay.
If I did, I'd put it on there.
That's fine.
Those are cool.
Next up is from Eli Cotton. Eli Cotton, very cute.
Aw.
This is one of the newer ones.
Oh, I like them.
So those are all from our old folders. I'm going to be pulling a lot from our old folders. Make sure that these artists get some airtime. This last one, though, is just last week. One of our WildStar live streamers, Salty Okra, posted this. Pretty damn cool.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty damn cool.
He doesn't look happy.
No, he's upset.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
I'm very upset about where I'm at.
I'm talking with my lower lip.
Yes, I have a very lower lip, and it requires me to do something.
It also looks like he's hanging out in Wilder Run, which, if you haven't seen that in the game, is a pretty cool zone. So, awesome. I dig.
Thank you so much for your fan art. Once again, if you have fan art that you'd like to try and get on the Nexus Report, send it to us at fanart@wildstaronline.com. How about that?
How about that?
Now, we do a segment every week that we do not have a... You know what I just did? I just bit the side of my mouth, and it hurt so damn bad.
That's good. That's professional. Dude, you can't sacrifice your own body for the sake of this stream to look at. Oh man, Tyler's loading up the Nerf gun because you said the D word.
Damn! I can't say damn.
I'm just getting ready. You bit your lip.
Okay, all right. So apparently we're fine. We're good.
I'm gonna tell you, I bit this thing like 4 days ago. It swelled up, and I've bit it every day since because it's just big and it's in there.
I'm sorry that makes me laugh, but it's true.
Oh, it hurts. Okay. So we're going to do an epic moment of the week. We do it every week. We want you guys to send us your videos. Send our videos to the fan art as well, because it's easier to keep track of that, because there's so many epic videos being sent to us on Twitter. Like, our Twitters get blown up with these epic moments just all day long. We're just getting smacked in the face. Ah!
Just roll the tape, okay? God's sakes, man. Yeah, so
this is from Stuart E. Hoff, and this is a healer finishes Blade Wind the Invoker.
Yeah, so thanks for ruining the surprise on what this was, because that's what you do at the end.
It was the title!
Whatever, man. I'm just saying, people don't know that. Anyway, so what you're seeing right now is everybody just got smoked in this dungeon. So this is one of the Invoker's pretty awesome features, is a checkerboard of death that kind of goes throughout the whole dungeon. You've seen this on the live stream
Checkerboard!
before. So this is just a healer. Normally, if you're not familiar with how dungeons work, you have a tank who's supposed to distract the boss, DPS who kind of wear down the boss, and then the healer who just keeps people alive. Well, if you're just the healer, that's kind of hard to kill a boss. And so look at the boss's health. I mean, it's almost there. And you can't hear the words, but everybody is cursing like crazy, going
That's why we had to mute it.
Just kill the boss. Look at its HP. Just kill the boss. But he's doing some good work there, staying alive.
Avoiding those telegraphs, very important.
Yeah, it's avoiding the telegraphs, but and that stun was super close. But also using his abilities to keep himself alive, and then using some DPS to kill him. And look at that, the fat rewards.
Yeah. So if you haven't, well done, Stuart E. Hoff on Twitch. If you have a fan art video or an epic moment of the week, please send it to us, fanart@wildstaronline.com, and we'll make sure to get it up on the show. What are you doing?
Stretching, man.
Talk about professionalism. You're over here like,
ready.
the show's almost
ready
over.
for the impression off. Come on.
You need to stretch to do crappy impressions?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep. Do it.
What do I know? Okay, so today we're going to be signing off the show as Kermit the Frog and Sean Connery. Who do you want to do?
I want to do Sean Connery.
Okay, I'll do Kermit the Frog.
Are we doing it that way? I thought we were going to do it against each other. That's the whole point. It's a competition.
That's true. It's okay. I'm sorry. How dare I suggest we do a friendly impression off?
You do it first because you're the challenger, because you lose all the time.
I do not lose all the time. Fine. Sean Connery. Okay.
Look at this camera.
Okay.
Can we star wipe to that, please?
Star wipe.
Thank you.
Yes. I'd like a glass of scotch, please, if you got it. Yes, I played 007. I was the best at it, goddammit. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was an impression. Sean Connery said it. I didn't say it. That's not fair. There you go. Have at it. Have at it, bro. Let's hear it. Oh, look at that pant. Look.
Do I need to do one? I mean, like, that should be an automatic disqualification.
What?
I just want to say that.
What should...
We named the dog Indiana. That's how you do it. It's exactly like that. Tony, I need you to do me a favor. Please shut up. Don't ever do that again.
That was so bad. That was so bad.
And we're both terrible.
Oh,
let's agree to disagree.
Let's agree to go to Twitch chat and find out who was way better.
That was obviously the best Sean Connery you've ever heard in your life. Now, do me a favor and shut your mouth.
You can't just keep doing a bad impression and expect
doing
it to
it
get
louder,
better.
if that's what it needs to be.
God, look, no, CRB, no.
I find that I call upon
Tony
Charlemagne.
nailed it. Yeah, you sound like Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, don't give me that. Look, I saw so many frosts on the side there. He was killing me.
Come on, no.
Frost.
Tony.
Tony's awful. Frost. Look at all those frosts.
It's
Frost. Look, we got it from the.
Are you serious?
We got none says Frost, dude. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the people. They care more about me doing that correctly as opposed to you doing it awful. So. I don't even want to do the Kermit now.
I just got robbed. No, we're doing Kermit. F this. We're doing Kermit. I just got robbed. I got robbed.
Okay, go ahead, Kermit. Star White, please.
Kermit the Frog here. Oh, hello, Miss Piggy. It's nice to meet you. I just bit the inside of my mouth again, and it hurt really freaking bad. I'm bleeding. Kermit the Frog is bleeding from his mouth.
Oh, God, I just bit it so hard right now. Oh. You do your stupid Kermit. Even if you were to mumble and start speaking Spanish, they would say you win. This competition is rigged. Just do it.
Kermit the Frog here. I do a way better impression, I think, than you do. Die in a fire, Tony.
Die in a fire, Tony. Well, thank you so much for watching.
Let's go. Wait, what? Twitch, can we? Who did better?
I'm telling you.
Who did better?
I did so much better. This is ridiculous. That was rigged. I want to get it on Twitter for the rest of the day. Who you thought was better at Sean Connery? I don't care about Kermit the Frog, okay?
No.
Sean Connery was so much better than his.
No, I'm sorry. That's just not true. That's not accurate.
Oh my God. This is a bunch of baloney. I'm pissed. I am pissed.
I love you guys because you voted for me on that one. So, yeah, man. I mean,
at Stephen Frost, at Tony Ray, I want to hear it the rest of the day. Who Sean Connery is better? Because damn it, something's rigged in this computer. There's no way you won that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the Nexus Report. Don't forget, on Thursday, we have changed the day for WildStar Weekly, and it will be airing Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. WildStar Weekly this week. Tune in, a whole lot of gameplay. We'll actually be doing some awesome gameplay that you've never seen on a stream before.
It's about the strain.
Damn it, Frost.
We put a thing out, dude. I can say it.
We're doing strain gameplay all day. It's going to be awesome. So definitely tune in for that on Thursday right here, twitch.tv/WildStar, and be there at 11 a.m. Make sure to follow us on all of our other channels, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Follow us everywhere so you're always in the loop. Am I right?
Yeah, man.
Actually, definitely go to YouTube. We'll be dropping some more strain stuff this week. So
maybe you should pay attention tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow you should pay attention.
That is not a hint. That is just telling them that we have a new video coming
tomorrow.
out.
You should pay attention.
Jesus, you're the worst hinter in the world.
In the morning, early, Pacific Coast time, early.
The only thing worse than your hinting is your Sean Connery.
No.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. My Sean Connery was so much better. I'm
not
pissed.
True. No, you should be pissed because you're terrible.
I don't believe it.
Planet Nexus now lies before us.
We're approaching the Elven facility. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this?
Our work on this planet is something greater. It is something truly divine.
We shall reveal the ancient secrets of Nexus.
Ever get a feeling something's seriously wrong?
This is not good. Not good at all. By the gods, you are beautiful.